Hi ladies, this is Margaret. Arlene asked me to do a technique for tonight, so let me show you something quick and simple I saw on Pinterest, and I thought it was kind of a fun idea and any of us can do it. I don't know if you guys have seen these or if you own them. They're called the Pattern Party Decorative Masks. They're in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. They're on page 181 and they're only $6. You get all four. You get the clouds, you get the bricks, you get the diamonds, and then this mosaic looking one here in the back. All right, we're going to use the cloud ones and the brick ones. So let me show you what I did. Just take a plain old piece of paper. What I'm doing is making a background to go on a card. So what I did is I set that down and set my clouds down on top of that. Grab my balmy blue and just take a sponge. I took my sponge, I bought our sponges and they come two to a packet. And you take the sponge and you cut it in half, and then you cut the half into thirds, and then you end up with 6 out of one packet. That way you end up with quite a few sponges. But let me tell you a secret. Don't use your good scissors. I used my good scissors and I bowed them. I bought brand new scissors to go to convention, cut up some sponges when I got home, and I just bowed the heck out of those. So don't use your good scissors. Just use an old pair of scissors. I got those, I think, at IKEA. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge and I am going to ink it up and then just touch up, or blot on here. Just get some ink all over it. And remember, this is a background, so you want to get it pretty, don't want to do it too dark, but you want to be able to have all of them show, or not. You might want to just do just the top part of it. It's up to you. But I thought as a background, this would be fun to fill it in. And let me show you how this one turned out. All right, so I got quite a bit of ink on there. Okay, now I'm going to pull it up, and look how cute that turned out. Isn't that fun? What you could do with this is go ahead, and I thought about maybe taking an umbrella, throw it on top of there, put a little sentiment. That's a great little quick card, easy peasy. And that's the cloud one. All right, now let's put this one away. And I love the bricks, so I am going to make another one. I had all my parts and pieces here. I'm going to take the brick, and what I'm going to do is try to make sure that I line it up from here across the bottom. And the reasoning behind that is that you really don't want to have crooked bricks, right? So I'm going to kind of line it up along there, right along here, so I can see that. I'm going to open my Cajun Craze and get a sponge already. I like Cajun Craze because I think that really does look more like a brick than the red. So the real red. So I'm using Cajun Craze. And as you know, all bricks are not the same color, so you just kind of want to blot it around. And I'm going to kind of leave the bottom right hand alone. I don't want a lot down here when it kind of on the lighter side, because I'm going to put something down there, and I'll show you how I ended up making this. So it was a cool background, but at the same time a quick, easy card. And I want to make sure that I get get all over, so that because it is a background, you want to fill it in pretty good. All right. I'm going to pull it up, and look, doesn't that turn out great? Oh, and these masks wash really easy. You just take them to the kitchen sink and rinse them off. All right, so this is how this one turned out. And look what I did. I took the door front, or the front door from the paper pumpkin, and I just stamped it. And I guess I could have gone and gotten some blends and colored it in, but I thought just a little bit more of the Cajun Craze on my sponge and just darkened it in like that. And look how cool that turned out. Put a little sentiment on it. There's a face front for a card. So easy. Took me like no time at all. You could do a quick birthday card, a quick thank you, however you want. Now, if you don't happen to have all these masks, what you can do is make your own. What I did is I took from the bee set, the honeybee set, and in there they had a great honeycomb die. So I cut 2 of the dies and I glued them together. So then take a piece of paper. You could do this with the ornate set that's come out. It's got some flowers that are in a long line. That would be really cool. And then you could do color your flower with a sponge, and then do your leaves with a sponge, or fill in your leaves with a blend, whatever, however you want to do it. Okay, so here is my template. So I'm going to go like that. And now I'm going to use some yellow. And let's see, I've got So Saffron. We'll try that. And let me get my sponge. I'm going to hold this down so it doesn't move. And I'm just going to go around. Whoops, I bent that, didn't I? But be a little bit more careful. All right, I kind of like the way this is going out around the edges. So let's see what that's going to end up looking like. I can add more later. I won't take the time to do it right now. But we'll keep on doing it, and you need to do it really, make sure that you get a lot around your template here, or it won't show up real well in the middle there. So you want to make sure that you get that down. I'm going to switch my hands over to here so I can do the top part. Okay, you see how I'm trying to really get in there so that I'm really getting a lot of color in there. All right, let's see what we ended up with. All right, let's pull it up. Oh, how cool. Look at how that is. Now, if you want, just add more out around the edges. It's up to you. I'm not going to finish it completely, but just so that you can see what we're going to do. Oh, look, I cut out some bees and some flowers. Just have some fun with it. This isn't exactly how you can do whatever you want. Put this here, this one here. Oh, I got a hello. Look how cute, quick and easy that is. Put a bee here, put a bee here, and a bee here, and that's it. I was just showing you how to use the masks or make your own. All right, that was my technique for tonight. Talk with you in a minute.